Oh, hello everyone, it's SpaceFlower here. I run the podcast every week. I'm British and things. Oh shit, that's playing right now. Oh, shut up, I'm not calm, I'm Flower. It's too early in the
Flower, I
morning
didn't
for
know
this
you
shit.
just turned 80.
Dearie me, not again.
Girl.
Fucking hell.
Anyway, I'm Rose, I'm Flower. Next person, please.
I'm Nick,
I do have to-
and I voice Mercury, and I'm too shy to speak properly on the podcast.
My name is Catter, and I'm the resident lolicon.
My name is Rocking and I like gay ponytails.
God damn.
I'm Owo. I am the voice actor for the non-existent planet that is Pluto, and I like trash.
I'm Tom. I'm Vice NASA. Pluto's a planet. Suck my dick.
My name is Rocking and I like gay ponytails.
Thanks for your input, Rook.
Fucking hell.
It is iBook.
Okay, so now that's over and done with. Hello, everyone.
I'm triggered.
Happy April Fools.
Hi. Happy Easter.
And yeah, happy Easter. Happy everything else.
I hope you enjoy snorting peanut dust with all your family and friends.
What?
Oh god.
In what country?
I hope
is
you enjoyed a I hope you enjoyed a normal fucking Easter, not snorting random chocolates.
In what
Well, that's
country
too
is
bad.
snorting
Peanuts,
peanut
okay.
dust something that comes with Easter? I don't even understand.
No, that's just an OWO thing.
Oh right, along with
Anything
eating
can be
chicken
an Easter
nuggets.
thing. Yeah, everyone eats chicken nuggets.
I hope you guys like
Not
the
off the side of the
avatars this
road.
week as well. I worked
No, it
really
was on the
hard
ground, in the dirt, okay?
What the fuck?
Ground nuggets are not good for you. Don't eat them.
I mean, I figured that out when the wall
Dearie
started
me,
melting.
not again.
Don't pick up anything off the side of the road and think it's a good idea to eat it. Please
It
don't
is a good
follow
idea.
the footsteps of my child alone.
You can only eat it if you find it on your roof.
No, because like, if you taste some oil, then that's how you know that no one wants anymore. Then there's no guilt.
Excuse
No.
me?
There's no guilt when you eat donuts off the side of the road because they taste like oil. I
What
think.
the-
Yes,
I
they
think
do.
that's part
What?
of the problem.
What?
I never
What?
heard of this.
What does that have
Well,
to
I
do
told
with
you,
guilt?
road donuts.
Oily road. What the?
You know that no one dropped them and just like left them because they've been ran over. I mean, they were clearly ran over, but what's the
What?
segment?
You ate
Flower?
run over? What the fuck?
I mean,
Flower, what's the
I was-
Why is all this new information coming out now?
It's not new information. It's just I told it to you. You probably weren't sober when I told it to you.
Probably not. I mean, I'm always sober. What are you talking about?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
okay, like let's not do this again. I hope you guys like the avatars for this week. I worked really hard on editing them.
Excellent.
Control C, Control V.
I didn't recognize any of them personally.
Dramatic
Okay.
changes.
It works
Mysterious.
Well, as you can see, I'm looking.
Fuck off.
Do you like gay ponytails?
No.
Oh,
My
I
name
wasn't
is
asking
Rocking
you.
and
Or...
I like gay
No,
ponytails.
no.
My name is Rocking and I
No,
like
no,
gay
no, 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 no,
ponytails.
no.
okay, that's enough gay ponytails for now. I think. Definitely.
now.
We can get back to it. Don't worry.
For now.
Um,
Oh yeah, we have a segment for that.
I'm sure by now you've all seen the video that we've been working on recently, so you can tell what we've
Yep.
been doing this week. But has anyone else
Edited
done?
by yours truly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect
I
editing,
helped.
the pair of you. Has anyone else on the team done something interesting this week? Or, I mean, Com, you've been.
I could
doing
give you a
something.
list.
I went to Anime, Missouri.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure you've all seen in the journal, but do you want to give us some fun times?
Yeah. No, yeah. So this weekend, I went to an anime convention called Anime Matsuri in Houston and had a lot of fun. There was a Nazi there. There were dancing dinosaurs.
Gundam.
I played a dating game as Conspiracy Face. There was a fashion show.
Oh.
Did you win?
Did I win the dating game? I won the popular vote, but the person did not pick me. I was disappointed.
Oh. Blasphemy.
I know,
think
right?
That's a conspiracy right there.
So sad.
Not picking Conspiracy Face.
I know.
That is
Feels bad, man.
tragedy.
How many
Yeah,
people
really
did
did
you have to
conspiracy.
explain Conspiracy Face to? If you were like,
Not too
No-
many. Most people were just
nobody
like,
dared
"Well,
talk to him."
Conspiracy Face, and then just kept walking. Yeah. No, everyone at the convention is dressed up in like just weird shit. So even getting a reaction is totally worth it.
So tell us, how many Earth chants did you find?
2. I found 2, and I'll let you know how I found them. Is I finished walking the main convention floor and I didn't find any. So me and the group of friends I went with, we went up to the second floor, where there are windows overlooking the whole convention floor, which is massive, by the way. And we looked until we spotted one, and then I ran back downstairs, and I was on the phone with my friend, and he was directing me through the convention hall towards the
It's like a spy movie or something.
like some kind of little remote control car. I'm like, hey, you know where I am? He's like, yeah. You need to turn right at this next corner.
There are 3 hostiles to your left.
the
Watch out,
remote
Soap.
control,
Turn right.
remote
now.
control Conspiracy Face.
Yes.
Mission failed. We'll get him next
He
time.
was wearing cat ears with bells on them.
I was.
Yeah, I have those.
Were they from the
very
Reddit, or were
same.
they like just friends of Earth? I don't know where that came from.
Apparently neither of them had heard of our Discord, so I told them about it, so hopefully they'll show up.
Hopefully.
They'll probably be like,
Hopefully they'll not block us.
yeah, just
Hopefully.
be like, no, please.
I'm back now.
Stalker.
So you got
Stalking 100.
I mean, that is NASA, so.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
It was data
You're playing
collection.
your very.
If you're for some
You're
reason
playing your
watching
character
Earth
very
Chants, I
well.
feel your pain.
You're still underfunded though.
You're underfunded.
Considering my mask was a paper plate and some paper, you know, that's the low funding right
Yeah.
there.
That actually reminds me of I went to PAX and there was a bunch of people wearing paper plates and they all had different internet browsers and the Chrome one had all the RAM.
Of course.
Very, very nice.
Real subtle.
That was fun.
But,
oh, you said you'd
yeah.
done something this week. I don't really know if we
I
want
can
to
give
know,
you a list.
but
No, don't.
This week I
Was this list going to get you arrested?
I don't know, arrested is the right word. Maybe like put in a mental
Uh.
institution, but
Oh,
so this
God.
week I went to Perth, snorted some peanut dust, went to another
Oh,
place in
God.
Perth, ate chocolate off the ground and some cheesecake, stole some
Jesus.
chocolate, and this one happened today. There was an Easter egg hunt and I fucking tackled a child.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing. That's Pluto, all right.
Get
Call
swerved.
John Abuse Services, holy shit.
I swear
So
her
what do you
life
guys
is
do
just
this
a-
week?
why did you
Why
tackle
did you
a
tackle
child?
Why?
Why?
Because there was an Easter egg hunt. The heat was on. He was hunting my egg.
That doesn't mean
poor-
attack a poor child.
Poor child. He's just walking along, enjoying his Easter egg hunt. He's like, oh yeah, I just found this egg, and suddenly a wild woo appears.
Sacrifices had to be made.
Yes. I called dibs on that egg in my mind. Mentally, I called dibs on it.
Fair
Just
enough.
You're like, oh, it's on now, fucker.
Just keeping an eye on the chat. Morgan says, ooh, stop eating food that's on the floor. It's from your mum.
Exactly.
Just
Listen to your father and mother. Goddammit.
Please listen to your family. No.
And yes, Skelly, I am still in Perth, and it is great here. There was a duck race, and I fell in the water because I tried to cheat.
You can go meet Skelly then.
You've had a week, haven't you?
Oh, that's it. I
jeez.
was trying to figure out who was from Perth.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Well, that's.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Man, Perth is fucking weird.
Actually,
Yeah, Perth has something to do there, apparently.
I did the most old British thing that I could have done this week. I went and played bingo. Like,
Oh my god.
like I actually went out of the
I guess
house,
you really are 80.
played bingo for 2 hours, and then came home. And I didn't win.
So, I mean-
Jeremy, not
So-
again.
I think the comment voicing you as an 80-year-old woman was quite accurate then.
Yeah, oddly fitting.
Yeah.
Oddly fitting.
The conspiracy makes more sense now. Nobody believed me.
Do, 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 do.
I was tempted, side note at the convention, I was tempted to do just a big walkthrough of the main convention hall with the X-Files theme playing with the mask down, just looking at random people.
That would have been amazing.
Why didn't you do that?
I didn't want to get stopped by the police.
They didn't stop
They're
us.
part of the
You knew
Nazi
too much.
You knew too much.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
did a
something else I
Nazi.
did this
What's
week.
gonna stop you?
Oh no.
Which I'm proud of.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Don't worry, it's
God.
not as bad, and some people know about it. A lot of people,
What
actually.
happened?
I harassed another flat earther, and
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that was
Oh,
amazing.
yeah.
yeah, that was
Cartoons
great.
of an inferior culture.
You what?
You
That's what
fucking
they
Fucking
said.
Yeah.
That's what they called anime cartoons of an inferior culture.
Yeah, she was sort of playing along with him just to keep him going.
Those Chinese cartoons.
You guys do get up to some interesting things while I'm in bed. You do.
Oh, I went to the footy, so that was pretty good. So I was able to watch
Yeah.
Hawthorn win. The
I
boys.
started designing a team poster.
Oh yeah.
Oh
It's
yeah,
really
that is
cool.
looking really cool. So you guys should
I
look
was so
forward to
bad.
that when that's done.
Yeah,
I
that'll
also
definitely
designed the
go in
Comn
the
album cover.
meet the team.
What?
Oh yeah. We'll get to that in a
Oh,
minute. Don't
no.
worry, Katha.
Oh no.
It's real good. I've drawn
Oh,
so
no.
much
There is something else
Comn
that
Catgirl
I did this
art
week that I would
by-
like to share.
Go on.
Oh yeah.
okay.
Well, other than edit the video for an entire week straight, whenever I had downtime, I got this new RPG on Wednesday, and no one's talking about it because it came out for the 3DS. No one looks at the 3DS anymore, and it's really, really good.
No.
I'm about 8 hours in, and not only does it have a Neko as one of the main characters, it also has a character that's basically calm.
Oh yes.
Awesome.
Oh wow.
Oh,
So there are
I
two
haven't heard of
characters
that.
Art
in this
style.
to me.
And it has an interesting. There's no leveling up in a usual sense. It's
All right,
really-
what's
I
this
really like
character
it.
called? I need to find him.
Commando.
Oh crap! I don't know the name,
God,
but
yeah.
if you just look up the title of if you just look up the game, like on Google Images, you can find
the
the
game?
com
All
as
right, yeah. What game
called
is
The
it?
Alliance Alive, and it's for 3DS, and it's really good. Came out
But
on
why not
Tuesday.
Switch?
The Alliance Alive.
You should be able to easily find
Oh,
you
oh
and
yeah,
the
it's that
Neko.
one.
It's really good.
Alliance Alive images.
Find yourself.
I'm searching for Comn right now.
Oh, yeah. Is it like the dude with the glasses and the sideways hair,
Yeah.
like on the right
Yep.
side?
The white-haired one.
Yep,
Yeah,
and on
yeah,
the
yeah.
left is the Neko.
Nice.
Oof.
Nice.
8 hours in,
Okay.
I'm really liking it.
Oh, yeah, by the way-
Sailor.
Can I just random tangent on Nintendo's release strategy for games?
Sure. Sure. Go
Oh,
ahead.
Jesus.
It pisses me off
What they do?
Straight up.
because okay. So they released the Switch, right? They released
Yep.
it with all of 3 games. 3 games.
Mm-hmm.
So you're like, oh well, not really interested in buying the Switch because there's only Zelda for it. Then later on,
What
they
else would
released
you-
Mario Kart, and then way later on, it's not even out yet. They haven't even released Super Smash Bros. For it. I mean, you'd think they could just easily port that over and then release a new Smash later. Why?
Comn,
What?
have our Mario Odyssey down too.
Well, I mean,
It was
yeah,
still
there's
on the
that.
Nintendo Labo.
That didn't
Oh,
release with the
yeah,
release
there's
of the
that.
Switch, right?
Yes, it didn't.
No.
Of course, I actually got Breath of the Wild for my Wii U. I didn't even buy the Switch.
I know, like, what? Like, this is
But I
just,
do have a Switch now. And I
in
already
my
have,
opinion,
like,
that's just
The Switch
a
is
terrible. I mean, yeah, it's good, but they
already
did
got
a
7
terrible
games for
job
the
of
Switch,
making people
so.
buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. I didn't buy it. I just use Aussies.
I'm gonna have to illegally download fucking the next Pokemon game onto my laptop because I'm not buying a
Yeah.
Switch.
Legally download, you mean?
I hope they still release them.
Yes, very legally.
Totally
Nope,
not
they said
illegal.
Ultra Sun
Legal.
Ultra Moon's last game on the Switch. I mean, on
Yeah.
the 3DS. Next game's on Switch.
This is
It's
the last
gonna look
game.
amazing.
That's something I hate about Nintendo. Once they're done with the system, they just never use it again.
Well, most systems.
No, yeah.
Most
That's all
companies do that with their
systems.
systems.
That's
I still
consoles
play my
for you,
Wii.
unfortunately.
Why are they putting anything
moral
on
of the story
PlayStation 2?
here. Moral of the story here is go buy a computer.
PC
Yeah,
Master
exactly.
Race.
No, more
Not
so
Mac.
the best console
No,
is
Mac.
the Wii.
Mac Master Race.
Never Mac. Never Mac. What
You know how
the
many
fuck?
unsupported games there are if you get a Mac?
Hey, dude,
Yeah,
do you
I
want to
get-
play video games with me? Can't. Why? I use Mac.
I know the
There you go.
struggle. It's-
That's why I use mobile.
I mean, Final Fantasy 15 is coming to mobile. And Grand Theft Auto 5 is on mobile.
PUBG. Mobile.
Oh, yeah.
PUBG Mobile.
Fortnite.
Those
Fortnite
ads
Mobile.
piss me off so much. I don't know. Anyway,
We get back on discussion.
Yep.
No.
The other thing that's happened this week, I just want to show you guys. I'm sure you've probably seen, but the updated family tree because we had some changes. Not that it,
Oh yeah.
which
Yep.
is Com's been
One thing
working
that
really
adopted.
hard
Gotten
on
to be added.
keeping it updated and making it look all very, very beautiful, which is some
There's
good
one
work.
detail that isn't there. Okay, so
Yes.
and that's the
I've
fact that my ex-husband / son is not involved.
still is on there.
No, like all it says is he's my son.
It does.
It's
More to it.
ex-husband, adopted son.
It
You
does
also
say that
forgot-
here's your son.
Yeah, but ex-husband.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not getting into the parents marrying their children in this family tree.
We're trying to
No.
do
No. It's
No, but it looks at least half
We married
decent this
first.
way.
well now you've got to add the family nanny, Christ Chan, because that's now a thing.
You added that like a few hours ago. I have not had
Yeah, I
time to add
know.
it in.
You gotta be on your game, come on.
I got up at 4 in the
It's
morning.
not like the project where you can slack off, come on.
You're drunk half of the day. What are you talking about?
That's true. Mr. Turn
Yeah,
up
you
drunk,
drunk
for half the
bastard.
meetings.
Stop being drunk.
Shh.
Yeah, why would you turn up drunk to a meeting?
Oof.
Exactly.
Oof.
Just be charity.
This Elvis war is getting deep.
Showblade.
Oh yeah.
See, at least I come.
Oh, what's the family name?
Ooh.
It'll
Do your homework, go.
The Morgan Bunch.
Sure, why not?
The
The
bullshit.
Morgan Bunch.
It makes it sound like a variety
Too
of
many
grapes.
mugs.
Wait, actually, since I'm the husband, it'd be me, so wouldn't it be the Rooking Bunch then?
No, it'd be
No.
Aussie.
Too many
wouldn't it?
rooks.
Be Aussie, because Aussie's the top.
Yeah.
Too many Aussies.
So
The
long
Aussie
story
Bunch,
short,
yes, the Aussie
the only
Bunch.
reason why the family tree exists is to make us all Australian.
Aussie bunch.
The only reason it exists is because I married Morgan. I'm like, hey, let's extend this.
Yeah.
And
then
then it
it's
sort of
just-
got out of hand.
And then it just
No.
doesn't stop coming.
I found a good
And
Yes.
then don't stop coming, and they 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 don't stop coming. No.
Oh, dearie me, not again.
Every time we go off topic.
Yes. That's
Not
accurate.
again.
Right, so we've been avoiding it. Well, we can talk about it now. The thing we've been doing this week. I hope you've all seen our lovely April Fool's Day video by now. You've had an hour
You better
or so
have to
to
look
watch
it
What are you talking about? That's official.
Oh yeah,
haven't
sorry. I
edited.
hope you've all seen our official PV video. We worked really hard on it. It's been in the works for like a couple of months. Like us voice actors were like trying it again and again.
Yes, fortunately, finally, Pluto's the main character.
Yeah, we've worked hard on that. We
Seized
finally
the
decided.
soundboard.
Yeah, it will
What are
be
you talking about?
Pluto and Friends.
Yes. Pluto, the greatest planet.
The Pluto bunch.
Pluto's not
Small
a planet.
Pluto and the Cosby Kids.
Hold on.
The Prince of the Universe, featuring Pluto.
And I
The fresh princess of Pluto.
Yes.
hope you all enjoyed the lovely single that we released at the end of that video as well, just during the
I've got
credits.
that on my soundboard as well. I can put it.
Obviously, Com is a very talented singer, and we're very lucky to have him on the team.
And that
yeah.
single is available in DVD, in CD, vinyl, floppy disk, and what was the last
Blu-ray.
Cassette.
Cassette
And
tapes.
Cassette,
NES
thank you,
cartridge.
yes.
And
What about Blu-ray?
I'm here to give you a
8-bit.
sneak peek of the album cover, which hasn't been seen before yet. So stream exclusive,
They've already
guys.
seen it.
Oh god.
Nope, they've already seen it.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Drawn by
wait
yours
for
truly.
it. Ta-da!
Beautiful.
God.
Drawn
And
by
comes right next to it
Catter.
as well.
Drawn by Kata himself. Give him a round of applause.
The meme
Clap,
lord.
clap.
Yeah, it's extremely
proud of
well
you.
done. I hope you will enjoy listening to the song as much time as I have. I've had it on repeat for the past
I can
72
say right now.
hours.
Year and a half.
Yeah, year and a half. Yeah, ever since this project's actually been in production for like 3 years now. We're just incredibly slow.
Yeah, we've just been really like shy about it because it's taken this long.
Then
So
Leaky
yeah,
died.
first single might be part of an album one day. You never know. So stay tuned.
Commando, the sexy
Surely we have
idol.
to get Lee G back for a single. Surely.
Yes.
Like
Yes,
yeah,
do it.
do a collaboration track. That would be good.
DJ Lee G.
DJ.
Yeah, just
Coming back with some arts, John.
the like 6th track on the album featuring DJ Lee G, and it's just a remix of Fly Me to the Moon.
It's just Leaky's goodbye note.
Yeah, but rap.
But wrapped,
But
yeah.
but rapped with dubstep.
To
And then
get
like
a lot of Comn. It's just sad piano. It's just sad piano music.
But yeah, you can
Text-to-speech.
you can find that album cover in the merch command in bot, and you can also find the music itself in the outro for the new April Fool's video.
I don't know.
It's just a slow piano slowly goes into dubstep. Only time. DJ
And then you have
Lee
to start rapping.
on the
You have
track.
to rap your welcoming note.
If to what?
You have to rap your.
You know, like-
Don't worry,
What
guys.
you
The
said when
project
you
is still
became the leader.
continuing.
Oh, what? I don't even remember.
Oh, it was.
Like
Rap
after
to
Luigi
numb.
left,
It
you were
was
like,
funny.
okay, guys, this is what we have to do. Hold on, I'll see if I can find it.
Surely
I
make a
know,
rap
I know.
about Num's Linkin Park.
The first thing you said was the project is not cancelled and production and auditions are still open.
Yo, my name is Wooking and I really like gay ponytail.
Fuck off. I will smash you, mate.
Okay, so what you said was, could you please send me a copy of your auditions at some point so I don't have to dig for around them? Okay,
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's
Right,
about
hey.
it. You have to rap that like 12 times.
I sent it to everyone on the team, so I'd have to say it like 29 times in quick succession.
Yep. And just get text to remix it or something.
Yeah, sounds good.
One of the
Yes.
first things Tom
It would
said to me
actually-
is, please don't send lewds if
I
they
think
don't
it'd be
ask for them to.
24 times.
Yeah, first rule, don't send loots.
Second rule, don't send lewds.
Third rule, don't send my lewds.
Fourth rule, please obey rules 1 to 3.
Fifth rule, don't send loads of lollies.
Oh no. That's a big
Rule
no-no.
5, don't appease Kata.
Rule 6, spam
Just
yes
don't.
Kata in the chat.
Otherwise, we're never safe.
Scally says in the chat, can he sing something for the album? I think if we ever do make an album, we should definitely have like a fan one. We just get everyone in a voice
Oh,
call
hell
and
yeah.
record it.
You
And
should
Just
give
Oh,
us
Sally,
one.
massive voice call rendition. Excellent.
Rule 7,
This-
watch Blood Raining Night.
Ever seen those like anime sings on YouTube?
Just get
We'll
everyone
just
in a
talk
call
about
and
it.
let's all
People
sing
coming.
Major Tom.
Major
Why not?
Ground control to Major
That's
Tom.
called Space
yes.
Odyssey, actually. But, you know.
Huh?
It's called the Space Odyssey, but whatever.
Oh, yeah, right. Fuck.
I know
Forgot
just
about
the
that
thing
one.
we can.
I think that definitely has to go on the album.
Yep. Oh, God,
no,
no.
Fuck off. Fuck
No.
off. No.
Danger. I'm gonna go
I
ahead and shut that down right now.
Me and my friend tried to watch that. It didn't work out.
No.
Dang, you weak.
No, never
Um,
again. Never, ever
Never
again.
I learned the easy way, watching other people suffer.
All,
Brooke, where'd you get
all
off
me
to?
and my friend had to see was the ice cream to click off.
Dearie me, not
I
again.
will admit.
Yeah.
Yes, Kata. Yes, Kata. Oh, dearie me.
Dearie me,
Kata.
not again. Oh, dearie me, not again.
Dearie me.
I just love that song.
Let's get back on topic, though.
Yes. Anyway.
Oh,
That's
dear.
not
On
cute to
this
get back on
happy
topic.
April Fool's Day.
And
in
Easter.
terms of work this
And
week,
Easter.
we
Snort your
finished
peanut
Pluto,
dust.
which
Yeah.
was some good going. So now we just have 2 male characters to finish off, and surprise, surprise,
Ew.
this may take a
Ew,
while.
it's
Neptune. Because no one wants to draw fucking art for him.
What the hell's a
Well,
Neptune?
you're just not happy with any of it.
I think it's just
I just don't want to
everyone
run it
likes
down.
the girls too much, so drawing the male characters
That's
is a
why I
bit
made Mercury a
intimidating.
trap.
Yeah, that's why Mercury's a trap. Loophole.
I don't.
Mercury's not a trap.
Mercury.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Oh
Admit
yeah, I
it.
was gonna say we have
They're
both
gonna be a
Neptune and
trap.
Mercury's voice actors in this podcast, and I don't think either
Yep.
of
Yep.
them want to be a trap.
Yeah, I don't want a
Why not?
ponytail and he
Yeah,
doesn't
no,
want to be a
no
trap.
please.
I just posted a design like 3 hours ago.
Yeah, and
It's good.
Mhm.
the like ponytail probably would work for Mercury, but
Yeah, for
don't
Neptune's
give him
sake,
I
trap
thought you were about to
eyes.
say
Ponytail.
Neptune. I was about to get triggered as hell.
We heard your drunk comments at the meeting last night.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, well,
With
what
the
were
one
they?
last night. No, not last night, because I was there.
Oh
no,
yeah,
yes,
we
I
were
was
both
there.
drunk.
No,
This
no, there is no evidence.
No,
for that.
oh, we're both very, very sober. We'll drink a little bit too much apple juice.
Like every
not
5
witness.
minutes, you just
Apple ciders.
rejoin and unmute and go, "Can I just say something? I don't like the gay ponytail."
Oh, shut up. Just go on.
And then it'd just be like, yeah.
I do remember there was this part where we just started giggling at each other, giggling. And I think we had a call of just that.
Oh yeah, we did have a call of just that.
Did you
Did it?
lose your pants and then you found them in your own
What?
hand?
Oh yeah.
PG guys,
Okay.
We're
PG.
recalling memory.
Guys, back on topic.
Oh no, not again.
All I heard about was Big Lou.
Big Lou, big fucking Lou, big Lou, big fucking Lou.
Oh, dearie
Alright,
me,
go on.
not again.
Thank you, Gassa. Let's actually. I don't know if we can have any discussion that's serious about Mercury and Neptune, since everyone is very
No.
very enthusiastic
about
about
that.
their certain areas of infatuation. So
What
I think
does
that's.
that even mean?
What do you mean? What does
We'll tell
that
you when you're
even
older.
mean?
What does that mean?
What infatuation?
No, you like it's, the way you said it confuses me. Anyway, go on.
certain areas and
I know, not
punctuation.
again.
Just go on ahead, Rose. Go on.
Okay. I will start with the first of the random questions that we seem to do and talk about for ages. And as it's April Fools, we can't really pass over this. So my question to you is, what are some of your favourite pranks? Not necessarily that you've pulled or been fooled by, although those would be
Tackling
cool.
children.
But like, there's quite a lot of
That's not a prank. That's assault.
That's not a prank.
there's quite a lot of cool internet
Yes, it is, if you
pranks
say
and
it
things
is.
that you can hear about nowadays. So
That's not how it works.
I think it'd be nice to see. I can start with mine. Just a prank I saw about yesterday. Not yesterday. It was like a couple of days ago. Anyway, it doesn't really matter when, does it? That was about the like bending reality type pranks where you create like a glitch in reality and like basically as if you're in the Matrix and like completely confuse them. So the one I saw was about a guy who was with his girlfriend and taking her to the bus stop, and then she was going to go to college and he was doing something else for the day or something or other. And so
Wasn't this a green text?
Oh, was it?
It's a 4chan green text.
Is
I've
it?
read this.
Oh, well, I'm talking about it. Then they like
Oh yeah, I remember reading some 4chan.
yeah, they go to the bus stop. And he drops her off there and she gets on the bus, and then he like runs and gets on his bike and meets her at the destination and pretends to have no recollection of taking her to the bus stop and be like, oh yeah, the plan was we were going to meet here all along, and just completely mind blows her. I think that's a really cool type of prank.
Mind flip.
I did something similar as well.
Oh boy.
Oh,
A couple of days ago, I was taking care of some kids, like year 7.
Oh.
Oh no.
No, oh no,
It's
oh
not a
no.
good start.
Hold on, call the police. Quick.
Wee woo, wee woo.
The school,
They pranked him by
it's
locking him
mandatory in
in
the
the
school. I didn't have a choice. So basically, I reward good
above.
kids. I reward good kids with Tic Tacs.
Mm,
So I handed the kid a Tic. So
Was
I
it your
handed a
Tic Tac?
Yeah,
God no.
well, please.
orange flavored.
Go
So
on.
basically, this kid was doing some good work. So I handed him a Tic Tac. He dropped it and went to look for it. And it was like, this is my chance. So when he couldn't find it and lifted his head back up, I put another Tic Tac out and like showed it to him. He was just like freaked out. He didn't know what was happening.
Like, yeah.
Did you
I
link
really have
the
a
Kids
kids?
distracted and
Okay, we've
had
got a
obsessed
question
with my
from chat.
chance.
We've got a question from chat. Did you link the kids to the EarthChan Discord?
Yes.
No.
Oh,
Aw, disappointing.
Rip.
some extra views.
We gotta corrupt the youth.
I don't want
I do
anybody.
have a prank that I did. It's slightly illegal, but I got in trouble for it, so it's okay.
Slightly.
Tackle the kid doing it instead.
Yeah, you assaulted a
It does
child.
involve me harassing children and potentially assaulting someone.
And it
Anyway.
Oh God.
Oh god.
Oh
So
boy.
we went to a camp a long time ago, and because I had some really weird friends, we came up with this idea to go into the kitchen, steal knives, and pour ketchup on our faces. And we would go in front of the girls' dorms and just like be at their windows tapping on the glass with a knife. And then,
What?
you know,
Oh my
that's like,
god.
more or less harmless. And then one of them left, and for some reason, in my mind, I thought this was hilarious. She went into the forest to go to the bathroom, and I followed her, and I got in the locker.
Oh,
So scared, I
God.
called the police.
Oh my god.
Oh.
I thought it was
Hello,
funny.
police.
She
Well,
didn't
first
find
of all,
it.
going into the forest to go to the bathroom, what the hell?
Yeah, when there's someone outside your window with a knife and ketchup on their face. They
Like the
screamed
Yeah,
a lot.
she
They
was
were very
okay.
scared. hmm
When I was a
I
lot
can't remember. I can't remember a
And I
lot
had
of
a video
notable
of
ones,
this.
but I do remember just being under my sister's bed, and she's told me to wake her up the night before, so I'll be under her bed, and then I'll just scream at the top of my lungs and just hear her fall off the bed. And once I went right up to her ear and started screaming, "Wake me up!" Wake me up! It's so.
Let's not do the eating mic thing, please.
Yeah, no, please
Did you
no.
do it in the Jar Jar Binks voice though?
Me, Sir Jar Jar Binks? Oh no!
Here we
When
go
I-
again.
At one of the first camps I went to when I was younger, I was in a tent, but there was like most of the other people my age were in like dorms.
Oh, dearie me, not again.
Please, please.
Just let her go.
And in one of the dorms, there was one girl who was really unpopular, and I can't really remember why, and it was probably a really sad reason, like she was being picked on quite badly. But when she went to the toilet in the middle of the night, they managed to jam the door, and while she was like trying to open it, she thought the lock was broken and ended up like ripping the lock off. So
Ooh.
the door was like jammed shut, and there was no handle on it anymore. And the rest of us, it was like a ridiculous amount in the morning, and all the leaders were in tents outside, and everyone was asleep. And they left her in the bathroom all night.
Oh, that's just mean.
And we
That's
found
sad.
her. We found her in the morning because we'd like walked to go and get water from one of the taps, and she was banging on the window.
That's just bullying.
That's
But
horrible.
when they came out, they were like, "Oh, it was just a prank. We just locked her in. She was the one that got herself stuck because she ripped the handle off."
What?
Like, fuck off.
No, that's just bullying.
We didn't help her get out of the bathroom, so it must have been a prank.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Camps are harsh sometimes.
All right, I'll lighten the mood. I got a few pranks that friends have told me. Pretty good.
All right.
So first off, I'll do the shorter one. So some acquaintances of mine who are classmates thought up the best senior prank ever. We stage a wedding in the hallway. We decorate the hallway. We dress up. We don't say anything. Every senior shows up in fancy clothes, and we stage a wedding. We didn't do it, but that would have been the best thing ever.
So who's the lucky guy, Pecan?
I think we're just gonna pick two random people.
Just
I don't
hold
know.
two random people walking in the hallway and marry them.
Oh, that would have been even better.
Oh my god.
Well,
All right, and then-
I have a little bit of a after peeking, of course.
Okay, yeah. Then the second one, my friend came up with last year. He didn't do it, but this would have been the best thing ever. So he buys a bunch of cups, little water cups, like what is it, styrofoam?
And did you just
no, not
like
styrofoam.
lay them on the floor?
No, it gets even better. He fills he gets like hundreds of cups, fills every single ones with water, and completely places them in every square inch of his parents' room.
Oh my
So they have to individually, because they're all full of water, so they have to individually take every cup out to remove it all. He didn't do it, but I would have helped him. That would have been amazing.
That's
But
an
that's it.
intense prank. Oh, do you want to go first? I've got
Knowing
some
you'll probably just
senior
knock them all over.
So.
Okay, so when I was really young, you could probably guess I wasn't the smartest child, and I had just
Still
learned
not.
what pranking was because someone like threw water on me, said it was a prank, and I was like, "The fuck's that?" Anyway, I would just do random shit, say it was a prank. Like I would talk over the teacher, and she's like, "Why are you talking over me?" I said, "It's a prank, bro." And whenever I was getting like
Jeez.
bullied or something, I got my hair pulled one time and I bit the child. She bled and she was like, "Oh, why'd you do that?" It's like, "Prank, bro." Stole her food and ran away.
Oh, it's one of those kids.
Stole her food.
Jesus.
You stole her
I
food
stole her
as well.
chicken nuggets.
But talking about senior pranks reminded me though, we don't really have like.
Oh, dearie me, not again.
Catter stop.
We have this thing, I don't know if it's the same or like I've heard of like American senior pranks, but we have a day called Muck Up Day, which is basically when
Oh yeah.
the seniors finish school and the day before, but then on Muck Up Day they all come back in anyway, and basically the point is they disrupt the entire school day in every single way possible. So people
Yep, we have that in Australia.
when I was in year 7, like the first year of high school, they
Oof.
the sixth formers that year had decided that they usually pick a theme at my school, and they decided they were firefighters, and so every single one of them had a water gun. And they basically went around just covering everyone in the school in water. And
Oh my
two of
God.
the bridges were covered in like foam, and there was silly string, and it was just absolutely mad. And they all dressed up, so they all had like firefighting helmets on, and it was just absolutely
amazing.
really stupid. And then they decided at lunchtime that they'd go around and steal all of the clocks. So all the clocks in the school were held in like one
Oh my
cupboard
God.
somewhere, so no one knew what time it was. And they were like, "Oh, it's because we're gonna have a fire drill, and we don't want you to know what time it was." And it's just all this thing about being a firefighter.
Oh, that reminds me of something
Jesus.
my friends did.
A couple of
that
other
also
things
reminded me
that sixth
of
formers
day.
have done. There's one bridge in my school which is like, it's like a tube bridge basically. There's like 2 towers, and then there's like a bridge that connects them, and it's got like a full roof and everything. And you can't go anywhere in my school without going through this bridge. Like, to get to any class basically you have to go through it. They filled the entire thing with balloons, so you could not walk through the
my
corridor, because it was like it's got quite a small low ceiling, and it's quite thin, so it was easy enough to do. It probably only took like 100 balloons, and then they like taped them all together in a big basically cushion that just filled up the entire corridor, so no one could get anywhere. And they
Did no one bother to like pop them or something?
Well, it's not like we have like pins randomly with us when we're just walking around school. It was quite bad. I think some people got scissors in the end, because you still
I the only
expected
one?
to go to class. And then one year they pretended to be fairies, and they like basically just covered the entire school in glitter. And I'm sure there's still glitter in some of the bushes
no.
because there was just glitter
That.
everywhere, absolutely everywhere. But the best year that I've seen, they were aliens, which is not the most original thing, but they cordoned off sections of the school and put them as like different testing areas. So there was like an area 51, and there was like different things, and they would like go into a class and be like, "You have been selected for probing," and like make everyone light up outside. But the best thing about that year was the
that should remind
costumes,
you.
because they'd all like they were all painted green in morph suits and stuff, and they'd made actual rocket ships. So you'd be walking around the school and there was just a massive cardboard crashed rocket like in the middle of the corridor or something. They decorated the
That's
whole
amazing.
school. It was really, really quite
Jeez.
cool. And then last year they
I've
didn't
got a-
really do anything great, but they put a for sale sign on the school sign at the front, which
Oh
is
my
quite
God.
funny.
My school banned them, so I can't experience that anymore.
Oh, that's sad.
I have
Yeah, no,
another
my
story that
school
reminded
doesn't
me of
allow
what Flower did, what Flower's school did with like taking the clocks.
Oh yeah.
I have I have weird fucking friends. One of my friends, Sam, he
Really?
decided to steal all of the taps from the bubblers around the school and just keep them.
Oh,
And when they got replaced, he'd just go back and keep stealing them. And the reason he did this is because he wanted to be called out on assembly. And as he quoted it, "I want senpai to notice me." Regardless,
Jesus.
on assembly, the teacher said, "No, I don't know why anyone would do this. There's someone who's taking the taps." And I was going to be pissed at him and start laughing. But then they said, "Also, can kids please stop crawling onto the trains and sneaking in, and stop eating the trash in public places?"
Oh my God.
So
I wonder
couldn't
who's
be
that
mad at
is.
him.
I've got a good thing that a year 12 did. He so you got your lockers at school and
No.
you're not supposed to leave anything in them. Well, a year 12 decided, you know what, I'm gonna leave just a fish in my locker for the entire. And that's the thing, is that at the end of the year it's summer, so they get back and there's just a reeking smell
So it's
from
just-
the hallway, and then they locate.
So it's just like a
fish
raw
just
fish in the
middle.
locker.
Yeah. Apparently, I just flies and just looked dead as fuck.
Smoked salmon.
That just
absolutely
sounds disgusting.
I've also got another I've got a muck up day thing. It's not from my school because my school was very good Christian, but from another school that I heard, what happened is that there was these two kids, these two year 12s who are dressed up in gorilla outfits, and they went into a maths class. They stood in the maths class just at the door for 10 minutes, and then they just randomly walked up to a random kid and just kidnapped him.
We've had some kidnappings.
And then all of a sudden, they see them dragging him out to the oval, start throwing mayonnaise, wrapping him with toilet paper, just torturing the poor kid, like throwing banana peels on him and shit, and then just running.
That's amazing.
Why
Did you help
that
him?
kind of stuff just yeah,
Absolute
when they did
Magdalene.
when they did the alien year, they like kidnapped a few year 7s and took them hostage in food tech.
Somebody came in as a Nazi and just whipped people.
Anime Matsuri.
This was at school.
Yeah,
so-
the mock-up day is really weird because it's just like everything goes
Yeah,
out of
it's
the
fun.
window, and the rest of the school's desperately trying to get to lessons, but it's like you should be wearing a raincoat. You don't know if you're going to get flour chucked at you. Like it's just absolutely mad because they just walk into the lessons and they're like, "We are here now. We are going to be a mariachi band," and then just disrupt literally everything.
The most we have are just eggs. A lot of eggs
We don't.
everywhere.
At my school, usually they don't end up using eggs and flour because they're encouraged to be more creative, if you know what I mean. And it's more fun if you're like you come up with a theme, so then it ends up not being eggs and flour. Unless someone came up with a theme of like being chefs or something, that would probably be disastrous.
My name
I
is
mean,
Chef.
one thing that sometimes happens, because we have the same kind of thing, like senior pranks, and it's not called muck up day, but we have senior pranks, so it never happens at my school because my school's boring and new, but at some schools further out, sort of away from the city and the country, people will bring their farm animals to school and just release them in the hallways. So you'll just have like cows and chickens and horses.
There at the school.
Yeah.
Time to
Jesus
begin.
Christ.
That sounds.
I actually literally remember the muck-up day from last year where I think it was 11, like 10 to 15 year 12s dressed up as Channel 7 cricket commentators and would just go into classrooms and start screaming, "It's a 6!" and just running throughout the entire classroom trying to interview anyone.
One of
That's
the
amazing.
one of the funny things that happened on the mock-up day that wasn't like part of like the massive theme was I was in maths, and my maths teacher had been at the school for like a very long time, and obviously some of her ex-students came into the classroom, and they had like they'd brought like their school bags in, and they were all wearing like silly glasses, and they were pretending to be like really scared year 7s, and they were like, "Oh, we're so sorry, we're late, oh my god, we're so sorry, and then they came in and they sat on the floor in the middle of the tables and just joined in with the lesson. But they were like pretending to be really stupid, so they kept saying, "I'm sorry miss, I don't get it, can you like re-clarify it?" and like putting their hands up and answering like really stupid answers, but they were like being respectful students in the lesson. But it was just really, really weird because they were like sitting on the floor and they were actually taking notes and doing the exercises, and it was
That's wholesome.
yeah,
Plus
like
1 plus 1. Good
wholesome
points.
prank.
All right. Well, does anyone have any more?
I have one that might be a prank, but I'm not sure.
Oh boy.
Right.
For an
I tackled a kid
excursion.
doing Easter egg.
Now, that was not a prank. I wanted that egg. A long time ago, we went to an Aboriginal camp to like learn about,
Oh,
all
no.
that kind of fancy stuff. And there was this guy who taught us about making spears. And at one point, he was just talking about it. He was like, "You hold it like this, and then you just kind of bah!" And then he threw it at me.
What?
And they're like, "Haha, got you." And I was like, "Bitch, you nearly did." How's the lawsuit gonna taste with my fucking appendix on a spear? Fun. I don't
Pretty
know if that
good.
was a prank or attempted homicide that you just tried to turn it into a prank.
Well, I mean,
That's when I realized
if
that
you, when
pranks
you were
shouldn't be
younger, when it
homicide.
goes anything,
He started it and just decided not to.
it was like,
Yeah.
oh, better not, better not,
Oh,
better
nope,
not.
it lived. Never mind.
He
Because I
didn't
did
commit.
eat all of the cake.
Oh no, it
At the
lived.
food bar, yeah. At the
And
food
it's
bar,
sweet.
there was cake, and I just ate all of it. All of it.
Okay then.
Okay then.
Alright. I had a flashback, I'm sorry.
Not the cake.
Great
Must have been a
emu.
traumatic experience.
No, I was thinking about all that cake I ate and then got a spear thrown at me.
What a day.
Yeah, he
What
called
a
me a
normal
beetle as
day in
well.
Australia.
To finish off, I have a few more camp pranks. They're not as sad as the last one. That one wasn't really a prank. I just...
Thank goodness.
Yeah, that was not a prank.
Because
that was just being an
these
asshole.
are pranks that we've actually pulled. Because tent pranks are probably the best. Like, when you play pranks on the people camping in the campsite next to you. So I've woken up in the middle of the night to the sound of like splashing. I'm like, what is this? And then like the sides of, and we could hear like things like, yeah, like splashing around us. And then suddenly the sides of our tent started also getting bombarded with water balloons. And it was like 4 a.m. and the scouts from next door had decided to fill up tons of water balloons and throw them at our tents. And the worst, it wasn't really that funny because we were just like, why? What are you doing? The tents are waterproof. But then
Why would you do this?
in the morning we had to pick up all the like rubbish because obviously like all the little water balloon bits were left everywhere, and it took like an hour, and it was really annoying because save the environment and stuff. But pulling out the tent pegs of other people's tents will always be the funniest thing to me, because like there's a certain art to it, and it becomes like a joke of how many tent pegs can you pull out without it falling down. It's like a game of Jenga, you know. So you're like, okay, well, you can take out all these side ones and then you can pull out, and if you're really, really careful and pull out diagonal guys at the same time, the tent will still stay up, and then you can just but if even the tiny bit of gust of wind gets it with only 2 guys in, then it will fall over. But we used to have these like really big green tents. I don't really know how you explain it. They're like old style bell tents. And they have like a frame which is like basically a box. So there's 3 horizontal poles and then 1 vertical one over the top. And it's basically just like a sheet over the top of that. No inbuilt ground sheet, nothing. Like, these are really old tents. And you could take out the middle pole and it would still stand up. So that would be like the first thing that you do. And then you take out all the side guys. And then at the same time, you... with the same movement, you take out, at the same time as the person on the other side, take out the poles on either side, like the other 2 remaining horizontal poles, and as you pull it out, use that to knock the guys out, and then what basically, because of the massive surface area of the tent, it would kind of hover for a second, and the pole in the middle would like just crash, and then the rest of the tent would come falling down. And it was like...
And how many times did you fall victim to this?
Quite a few times. Like, if you're taking out someone else's tent pegs in the middle of the night, you can't really do that, but you can try and get as close to it as possible. Usually we would like take all the guys out on one side at the same time, and then it would slowly fall over. But with these massive poles in the middle, you'd be quite scared that someone was going to take them out, because if you got hit by that, you would probably be knocked out. But with modern tents, it's easier, because you can just kind of like pull out all the guys and they just like collapse nicely in the middle, and then you have to hope that the people inside don't suffocate.
I have another story I've just remembered recently that my brain tries to erase. Another camp story. So we had this camp on an island, and it sucked ass, like so badly. And so we had to find ways to amuse ourselves. Luckily, we had a good room. We had foxtail and all that good stuff. So we made a deal with our neighbors, and they would go smuggle us some milk so we could make tea and hot chocolates while we watched South Park overnight. And meanwhile, they decided, also a bit of the context, in our cupboard, there was someone's ashes, just kind of in a little box.
Okay.
They dared me to lick it, and I was like, yeah, that's that's it, people. Anyway, we just
Oh.
kept this ashes there. We gave it sunglasses and it watched South Park with us. Anyway, because they heard we were reading horror stories, our neighbors decided to pull a prank by moving furniture in front of our door and knocking on the door loudly and running away. Because everyone was scared shitless and I have no feelings, I just got up and decided to go check. I just saw the chair and I was like, oh, I'll give it back. So I put it back over, go back in. There's another knock on the door. So I was like, oh, fucking damn it. Go outside. And then there's no chair. But then I see something in the corner of my eye and then it's in my face and I'm on the ground. It was a chair thrown at me. And then I got, in my moment of being pissed, I got up, picked up my box of ashes that we called Jerome, and then chucked it at them.
Jerome.
I came into this very late,
Jerome.
so
Your
confused. All I heard was
box
a
of
chair was
ashes.
thrown at me, and then I picked up a box of ashes. I'm so confused.
But you mean fire ashes and not a dead grandma, right?
No, I licked it. It's people. It was people.
Excuse me. It's people.
You licked it. It was people. How would you know?
It's Owo. Don't question it.
I've eaten a lot of ashes in my day.
So was it just in like a cardboard box?
It
Okay.
was just in a little plastic box in our cupboard. We put sunglasses on it and put a smiley face.
Speaking of camp, last year's camp, well, actually it was like 2 years ago. We went to camp to some random place in Australia. I don't know where, but we played laser tag, and basically my group found a bunch of strobe lights, and basically we just went ham with strobe lights and just basically cheated
Nice.
by blinding everyone.
Oh god.
In the chat, this was a little while ago, going back to Com's thing about the farm animals in school. Solar Sage said, it reminds me of a story about the US Air Force. Back when they were testing experimental aircraft in the 50s, they would have the pilots and crew dress up as farm animals. That way, if anyone happened to see the classified aircraft, they would just assume they were nuts and no one would believe them.
Wow.
Illusion 100.
Good job, America.
Yes.
Smartest people I know.
I don't know if that would... Yeah, I guess it would work. You're like, I just saw a pig flying a plane. No, you really didn't.
She'll be right.
No, I think
Pigs
it's
don't
more
fly.
like for if you saw them on the ground or something, if you were hiking, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
It'd be like, why the fuck is there a pig climbing into a plane?
Yes. Why is the cast of Animal Farm fueling up a jet bomber? I have no idea.
Oh
That's not how the story goes.
They had enough of communism and decided to end it.
That's how the story goes. Anyway, I think
This time with a nuclear weapon.
Rook, since you missed a bit, do you have any more pranks to talk about, or should we move on?
Oh, no, not really, to be honest. Can't really think of any. I've probably done some really stupid shit in the past that have been pranks, but I can't remember.
You know, my life is just really boring.
As a follow-up to that question, Solar Sailor again, that or they were trying to cover the fact that they were furries. Yes, I think that's the more likely option here. Let me get my conspiracy face mask on.
I can work with that.
Right, so
Alright.
can move on. As we've done the kind of April Fool's segment, it's also Easter today, so I was trying to think of something
Yay.
Eastery to talk about. But
It's not
the
peanuts.
closest thing I could get that was vaguely interesting was just about your favourite chocolate. So, because obviously we've got 3 different countries here, so. I swear, if you say just chocolate from the trash, I. But
No.
I will ban you.
Oh,
I
no.
know sweets and stuff are quite different across all 3 places that we represent. So, did anybody get any Easter eggs yet? Like, what brands and stuff?
Well,
I've got,
I wouldn't say
got,
get,
like-
I would say stole, maybe.
Yeah, you called a trial.
I killed for this Easter egg.
He was not happy.
I can't imagine why.
I've gotten like 5. I've gotten
How
5
old
Easter
was he?
bunnies now.
I don't know, like 4, 6.
Oh my god!
That's even worse.
He was like half my height, which is very sad, but it was funny.
And you've just spear tackled the poor little guy.
Not the first time.
Oof.
What do you mean?
And it won't be the
Not
last.
the first time.
Probably won't be the last, honestly.
This is a yearly tradition.
No, a
Yeah,
small
but
If this
disabled
was like,
child once tried
I've
to
played
steal my
football
bag.
in the past.
Wait,
and
wait. Rook.
Huh?
What did you say? I
Oh,
heard a
my
small
incident.
disabled child, and then
Oh no, that was me. That was me.
yeah, that's what
That
I'm
was
saying.
on my-
Rook, hang on, because I want to hear what was said.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a small, severely disabled child, and he was going around stealing people's bags and throwing them off the roof. And when he tried to get my bag, I ran really quickly, jumped up,
Threw him off the roof.
and fucking tackled him. And you know what's funny? My
What?
mother did the exact same thing when she was my age. It runs in the family.
Tackling
Family.
Assaulting small disabled children.
Tackling disabled
runs in the
people.
family.
Jesus.
Family
Worse because he's
business.
disabled.
It had nothing to do with the fact he was disabled. He was just trying to steal my bag. If he was someone else, then I would have still tackled him. Also, I bit him.
Equality.
That's irrelevant.
Also, I bit him. You can't just add that as an after fact.
That's even
But I
worse.
did. It's not worse. Like, it's self-defense.
Self-defense.
Did you bite his ankles at least?
No. Wait, no, I bit his finger off. No, just kidding. Just bit his
What?
finger.
Hold on.
I think I bit his whole hand. I don't know. He had really tiny hands.
What?
He tried to take
What
my
the?
bag.
The story just gets worse and worse.
Go big or go home.
Same time, better and better.
Wait, I joined back to all to hear I bit
I-
his hand.
I don't think go big or go home is the correct response when attacking children.
During Easter.
That's my
Sure.
If
motto.
I saw tiny me trying to take my bag, I would want to tackle it too, and probably bite it.
Same.
Of course, Cat.
Categories.
Yeah, but it's
Child is
Kata.
trying to steal your bag. It's not like you just take the bag off them and say no. Bad.
No,
Do you
I
know-
don't understand.
Like
He
a
was
bloody
trying to
rugby
take my
player.
bag.
Do you know how strong disabled kids are?
They're not very strong. I literally
Not
just
an
tackle him
always
to the
experiment.
ground.
Let's stop talking
Is that
about
just
attacking
needed?
disabled
I know,
people
not
before
again.
we get
Let's not
removed
talk
from
about
Twitch and move
Yeah.
on to
Don't worry,
something else.
I attack kids every
I'm
day.
in that category slightly, so it's fine.
Well, it kind of on what
Oh, dearie me, not again.
Bit late, Kata.
a bit late.
You tried.
The this Easter egg that you so dearly wanted. What type of Easter egg was it? Like what?
It was a like store brand. Wasn't even that special. I just wanted it. I saw
The
it.
golden-
I wanted it. I
golden
had my
foil.
heart set on it. And then a kid tried to take it. So my first reaction was kill.
Target
What
I
color,
acquired.
fucking love Easter.
what
Well,
color
Also,
foil did
snorted
it have?
peanut dust.
This
I
year
snorted
on
peanut dust. That might have had a role, but you know.
this year on the run up to Easter, I have continued my tradition of eating way too many mini eggs. I don't know if you guys have
Oh.
them. They're like
Yeah.
Cadbury's.
Yeah, we do.
Cadbury's
Yeah.
mini
I've had 5 Easter
eggs,
bunnies.
and they're like milk chocolate covered in like sugar, basically, and they're so addictive. I get through absolutely ridiculous amounts of them. But then on actual Easter, then you can get a mini egg Easter egg, which is an Easter egg with mini eggs inside, which is just why not eat more chocolate?
Oh yeah, I know those.
They're absolutely great. That's
I got a
that's
lot of
my favorite
Oreos.
chocolate.
Yeah, is it like those Russian dolls where there's a doll inside a doll inside a doll?
Babushka doll.
Yeah.
Babushka.
Yeah, if there was a mini egg with mini eggs inside, because they do mini eggs for like cake decorating, so like
Oh my
even
goodness.
smaller, they're like teeny, but they don't taste
Someone
very
please
nice.
make a babushka doll out of this.
I ate an actual egg.
Me too. Raw eggs,
Jesus.
6 of them.
High five.
Let's not go back to this, please.
It's eggs. It's relevant to Easter.
I mean, you're not wrong.
it was
Technically,
really
yes, but
Egg.
But I feel sorry
anyway.
for Americans because, like, whenever I've been over there, I've been to America quite a lot. And you're like, I'm like, oh, it's Cadbury's, and you like pick it up, and it tastes horrible. Like,
Yeah.
it's not proper chocolate.
Does not taste horrible.
American chocolate's
No,
bad.
American
They don't
chocolate
even
is
have
like,
Kinder Surprise eggs.
yeah, I know
Oh, yeah,
that.
They're illegal.
That's,
I can't have this. This is
Other feel-
illegal.
Other
What the
feel-
fuck?
I never really
Anyone seen
liked
it,
Kinder
like-
Surprise though. Like, I don't like. It's
What?
It's
I
no-
didn't actually
It's
eat
like
the chocolate. I
90%
just
milk.
played
Why
with
would you
toy.
want chocolate that was that milky?
I don't care. I just wanted the thing that was inside it.
It's like whatever
I
they're
Really?
like.
It was the exact opposite for
Did
me.
you
One
guys
time I
have
ate
those
the
like
toy.
French hippo bars? And they were like,
What?
What?
I don't know what
French
they were,
hippos.
but it was like chocolate.
Is that what you call fat French people?
What?
Yes.
No, it was like chocolate, but like it was barely chocolate, and the middle was basically just like really creamy milk, and then like a really thin layer of chocolate over the top. And everyone used to have them at school, but they were just really odd. I didn't like them, but they were like French. I'm
No.
sure they were French.
The only chocolate food item I eat is chalky milk.
I don't like.
Chalky milk,
I probably
mine.
have a
Yeah.
problem with mixing milk and chocolate because I don't like chocolate milk, as I've mentioned before.
Chalky
I
milk,
I
mine.
mainly only eat white chocolate. White chocolate is bad chocolate.
Oh my god,
Damn.
yes, Kata, yes, Kata.
You
White
disgust me.
chocolate's alright.
Hey, you're the one who ate the Kinder Surprise egg toy.
Yeah. And
Why would you
twice.
And you're
toy?
not-
Let's literally just
Because it's
watch it.
Owo, what are you talking about?
I know, but
It's we
What toy
can't
was it?
expect her not to eat anything like Jesus. She eats everything.
Can you describe
The
the
devourer
only the
of
first time
worlds.
the whole egg?
I'm
My
just
mum asked.
ashamed.
My mum asked me what
I'm
toy
her
I got.
father.
I was just kind of like, there was a toy, and then I just started coughing because I was talking, and then there was like blood. I was like, oh,
You just
Oh
forgot there
my
was a
God.
toy inside.
Oh god.
yeah. That was
Did you
fun.
not
Went to the
feel the
hospital.
crunch?
No, I just assumed that I didn't swallow the chocolate properly, and that's why I just felt it in my throat.
Dude,
I kind of ate it whole.
Ah.
I didn't chew.
Oh,
She just sort of
no.
inhaled it.
Yeah, I was a very small child.
Ew.
And then there was blood. The end.
The end.
and then there was blood.
And on that
Sounds
note-
about right.
I guess
And that's the complete story of Owo.
on that note, I guess
Yeah.
if no one else has any chocolate-related stories they want to share or anything.
Oh, I
Oh,
think we'll pull up
stories.
the
no.
list.
I do have one.
Oh, right.
Go ahead.
Oreos are the best. Fuck everyone else.
Yeah,
Yep.
Oreos.
Tim Tam?
Hashtag not
I
sponsored.
just
Oh, god damn it, Kata.
for,
Now you make me question myself.
You should be. You pedant.
I think
Oh,
I
Tim
told
Tams are
somebody.
fucking great.
You infidel.
True.
Infidel.
Okay, so I have a kind of story, but I think most of you know about this. Maybe just tech.
Oh my god.
What's it, the peanuts?
So when I got in Perth, there was a lot of weird people. Some of them were obviously pedophiles, and they offered me chocolate like they do in the movies. Because it was Easter, and because I'm me, I took it and left.
Called the pedophile.
And I had a little bit of a stolen chocolate still with me, and I also ate cheesecake off the ground, but that's probably
Oh,
irrelevant.
what the fuck?
So when I got back
What
to
do you mean
the
irrelevant?
restaurant, I had eaten 3 of these chocolates, and when I sat down, I felt a little bit tired, so I got up, and then my vision just disappeared, and I was tripping so badly.
oh, woo, you were drugged.
I saw everything.
I saw it.
I see everything.
You ate.
And kids
chocolate.
watching this podcast, this is a good reason why you do not take chocolates from strangers.
Never take candy
you know
from
what it was
strangers.
like? You know when you sit down and
Certainly
you get up
don't
too
eat it.
quickly? It was like that, but times 20 and all
Oh,
over
yeah?
your vision.
I went
Yeah.
to become
For 20
blinded.
minutes.
Oof.
Don't do like a woe does. Don't get drugged.
Don't just
And then I
eat
was outside
Still.
in a crack
everything.
house.
Don't stand up too fast.
Life advice.
I
Don't.
didn't even get up that
Okay.
quickly. I kind of rolled over and then just.
Oh, Scally says he was pranked into eating a chocolate-covered egg today.
Oh my god, that happened to
you
me.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
I've never done
Ever-
that. I've always.
Ever eaten a chocolate-covered onion?
Oh.
What?
What?
It's
This sounds like
basically
some.
it's just to make it look like a chocolate-covered apple, but instead it's onion. Just
Don't
a
force
little
someone
prank.
to-
It sounds like a Tony Abbott wet dream. What the fuck?
PG, please, PG. I think it's good enough time as any to move on to our traditional segment now. The like
Woo.
Boy.
dearie me, not again.
Oh god.
Not that segment. I hope that doesn't become tradition. But the one word story
think
needs
it is.
continuing. I've actually formatted it so it should all fit nicely this week. So
Oh boy.
I guess.
Could you put it in our Discord because I'm not opening Twitch because my
yeah, sure.
internet will go.
Won't update for you though.
It will
Someone
commit seppuku.
can
Yep.
read it out if they want, or I can do it. Just to recap, everyone, just to get the flow of the story.
Come, you've got the narrator voice. You do it.
I'll come to it
Alright.
last week, but if anyone else doesn't,
I can do a Russian voice with it.
I think we'll have a
I
normal
can put it
voice,
in a
thank
text to
you.
speech. Just give me a couple minutes.
No.
Here. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Let come
Yeah.
do it then.
Alright. Once there was a girl who eats trash that's all got into the trash. Today there was donuts at the store dumpster, and it's sleep. Raccoons die from hobos and cannibals sometime. They die. Reincarnated gods strike lolicons that fight raccoons. Extremely agitated, as trapped lollies bark gaily at passers-by, everyone eats Fortnite sensually. Sensually as cats urinate on. Meanwhile, the raccoons wage war on bush-loving Australia. The Australians acquire peanut farmers to throw aggressively massive catnyandos at raccoons. The emus, which glorify outback heroism, cannibalize cultists in lolicons. They die, sensually. A girl who eats trash was going from the dumpster and is falling over rubbers when along came Shota NASA holding 40 techs.
Oh my god.
Butter is buttery. The jelly-filled rubbers were sensually displayed on the counter, which NASA ate sensually. This angered Owo, which caused her to explode. NASA found Fortnite singing "Fly Me to Houston" sensually as he made a big meme. They picked new Tex flowers. These flowers were very colorful because they are jelly intoxicated. Meanwhile, emus fight trash girl sensually.
Why is sensually used so much?
Now time for the
know.
text to speech version.
Oh no.
Oh no. Why not do it?
Once there was a girl who eats trash that's all gone into the trash. Today there was donuts at the store dumpster, and it's sleep. Raccoons die from hobos and cannibals. Sometimes they die. Reincarnated gods strike lolicons that fight raccoons. Extremely agitated, as trapped lollies
I think
spark
this is
gaily
gonna
at
take too long,
passers-by.
nevertheless.
Everyone
It's
eats
gonna go
Fortnite
forever.
sensually. Sensual. My name is Rocking and I like gay ponytails.
God damn it!
You
Okay.
just got pranked.
Does anyone else want to start this week, or should I start just as normal?
Go
Let's
ahead.
just go order, I guess.
Okay. How do I continue this though? Meanwhile, emus fight trash girl, essentially. She
Was
dying.
From. Oh, where?
Oh shit. Chlamydia.
Fuck!
Period.
Number one, what? Number two, how on earth do I spell that? Please help.
Those damn emus.
Damn emus. This is why we declared war on them.
How do I spell it?
Killing our children with chlamydia, god damn it.
Alright, keep that first spelling. That'll work fine.
it's for the meme.
No one
how do I
talks
follow
about
that up?
Sensually.
Nearby.
Like as like a new sentence.
Yes.
Nearby emus
Were
Looting.
Commander.
God damn it.
Catgirl.
Is that a new sentence?
What? No, that's just Commander was a cat.
Commander Catgirl.
Yendo Catgirl.
Commander's sexy cat girl idol.
Essentially.
Sensual.
as
the
Lolicons.
Pillaged.
how do you spell villaged?
Pale age.
Village,
Pillaged.
but with a
Yeah, I think I did it.
P. Ooh.
Ew.
Oh shit. Okay. What have we got so far? I'm sorry.
As
She was-
Lolicons pillaged.
Tiny.
Oof.
Little.
God.
Just keep adding adjectives.
Yes.
As the tiny. Yeah, I'm thinking.
Tiny little shits.
Hey, describes it perfectly.
Unicorns.
What?
Okay.
sensual.
Still lootable.
Essentially.
Oh no.
Can we
So
just call this? Can we just call this story sensually?
Basically,
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah.
That's what
Sensual
makes.
Studios.
That's a good
as long as you
title.
can't village tiny little unicorn
That's what the S
sensually.
stands for in Soul Studios. Yeah.
The S in Soul Studios now stands for sensually.
Trash.
Trash. Brooke.
Sensual studio. I love it.
Huh?
Good job, Brooke.
Oh wait, what are we
Sensual.
up to?
Trash.
We're up to trash.
It's a new sentence starting with trash.
Trash. Monica.
Oh,
Oi.
Ooh.
hold on.
I've probably triggered a lot of
is-
people.
Uh-oh.
Triggered.
You triggered me. She's
Don't make me
Good.
bring out the text to speech.
She's gonna tackle you.
I will eat your ankles. I will tackle you like I tackled that child.
Yeah, try me.
I fucking will.
Do,
My name is Rooking and I like gay ponytails.
Fuck off.
Ooh, we need a word from you.
Trash Monica. Excitedly.
Assaults.
Alright.
Emus.
Oh,
Trying to keep
good.
the story together and slightly coherent.
Why would we want that?
I don't know. Aren't we going to use this as our last episode script?
Please.
Next year's April Fools.
That will be a project.
Nick, it's your turn.
Who?
Who?
Catter, you're up.
Who sensually?
Wait, what's the sentence?
Trash Monica excitedly exalts emus essentially.
Play.
Essentially,
Play.
Play.
Fortnite.
Which Fortnite?
Yes.
Both.
Yes.
Yes. Just do at Fortnite.
Can I, instead of a word, can I just have a Lenny face?
Yeah.
If you send me one so I can copy it.
Alright.
I got you.
Cat is just on it.
There you go.
The silence as we wait.
Thank you. Oh no, Kata, no!
Oh, God, Kata.
Kata, I can't copy it if you say that.
Oh my god.
For context, Catter just spammed the Discord call with Lenny faces.
I couldn't copy it because the screen's moving and then I had like selected the whole screen. Okay.
Oh no.
Still spamming.
Still going.
Stop!
Oh my goodness.
Catter, no.
Kata,
Stop.
no!
Please.
No! Kata!
Holy
Stop!
shit.
Kata, no!
Please don't mind our technical difficulties. We're sorry, people. Catter,
Oh,
stop.
Please, you're gonna
dearie
kill my
me.
internet.
Oh god. Yeah. Technical difficulties. Trash
Oh, we're
Face,
back.
Lively Skulls, Emus, who essentially play Fortnite. Meanwhile,
Comnando.
Oh god.
Sung.
We gotta find out what happened to you next.
Sung.
Like
Shitly.
SUNG.
Yeah, I got it. I was just repeating it. 'Cause
Beautifully.
It's not Comnyando, it's Catnyando.
Okay, so what's the sentence so far?
meanwhile, Comnyando sang beautifully.
2.
Fly.
Who are you singing to?
Oh, who am I singing to?
At
Everyone.
Fortnite.
To everyone,
At everyone.
Oh.
essentially.
Oh yeah, at everyone. At everyone.
Oh god.
Oh,
We'll put this in the team, in the general chat, and we'll just add everyone.
At everyone.
Essentially.
Happy April Fools.
Nick, it's your turn.
Oh, okay. Now I gotta start a new.
Catter.
Boy,
Catter, no.
Catter, please.
Shut up, goddammit.
Please.
All right, my word is catter then.
Kata died.
Died.
Essentially.
From
Comedy.
What did Catter die essentially from Com?
Calm.
Sorry. Excessive.
I don't know. I know where this is going.
Oh no.
I can smell it.
This is how I die.
From excessive exposure.
2.
Longy.
Wait, what sense?
Catter died sensually from excessive exposure to lolly.
Come on.
One sec. I gotta think of something that isn't completely fucked up.
The word that you mean is just pretty obvious.
You have to do
Shota.
No Catter. No Catter.
it. Lolly Shota.
That's
You're
not how
now
it
gay,
works.
Catter.
That's just a fetus.
You did watch Boku no Pico.
You made the child even less of a child. So he just made a fetus.
What?
What?
I'm not sure that's how it works.
Is that what you're into?
So is a
Do you
Lula?
know? Do you know what happens when you put Lolly and Shorter together?
I
Shut
don't think
up,
I want
Lolly.
to know.
I so happen to be a connoisseur of this topic.
No.
Let's-
Arrested.
Whose turn is it? Is it
Hello,
my turn?
police.
No.
It's your turn, Awu. Let's move on
Yeah,
from that.
we're
Loli Shota Yowie.
Hold on.
Hold
we
up.
need to finish up this sentence.
Can I upload this?
Yes.
Should I bleep
In it.
snippets?
No,
Probably.
We
never.
probably should, but you know.
Nah.
It's not like we're monetized.
No. True. Or not.
Oh, Kazan, no. I just saw the Twitch chat. Com, do you want the
Oh,
final
no.
word? Because we're getting up to about time, unfortunately.
Alright. So just one more word.
Well, we can do another sentence, but you can have the final word if you want to.
Just add on the days.
How about this? Nya on. Yes.
One word.
That is one word. There's a hyphen in
Yeah,
there.
put it together. Yeah.
Nyah on.
Yes.
Exclamation mark?
Yes.
Yes.
3 exclamation marks.
3.
One of them make it being a one.
Oh.
Capture that blood raining night quality.
Should I play the Nekosuga Girls OP?
No.
No.
Yes.
Don't.
No.
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 Don't.
Let's
No.
not. I think with that,
Yeah, on.
happy April Fools, everyone.
Yeah.
Happy
Yeah.
Easter.
Happy
Watch
Easter.
the video if you haven't.
Snort all the
Happy April
peanuts.
Yeah,
Fools.
seriously.
Don't
If
do
you-
that.
If you're this
Don't snort
far
peanuts.
into the podcast
Do
and you
do
have
that.
not yet watched our official PV video, go do that. We worked really hard on it.
Please.
And get
Yes,
No,
and also
Go watch
Also,
it.
get
Share it
ready.
with all the anime YouTubers. Post Lenny faces everywhere. I don't know.
get ready
Go
for
tell-
the
Fun.
update
Go tell
video
your friends.
edited by yours truly.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah,
have
that'll
fun
probably.
memeing all day, and don't fall for any stupid articles that say they're bringing High School Musical 4 or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
And remember,
Senior
Pluto is a
Citizens
planet.
Edition.
Yeah,
It isn't.
No.
Wow.
Yes,
but
it
that's
is.
just a theory.
No.
A
Yes.
game theory.
But that's just
For
theory.
watching.
Again, theory.
Thanks for watching.